Alright, hello. So, this is now the second time that I'm recording this. The first time there was again some issues again. My audio picked up something that it wasn't meant to. For whatever reason. So, instead of having gameplay in the background, you have the cat eating the watermelon. Mainly because I'm too lazy to record anything and I don't want to do voiceovers because I'm lazy. I just want to get this out of the way so I can play more Hades. But this is gonna be an honest review with the 20 hours or so that I have played of Hades 2. And this is gonna be my own opinions. And there will be spoilers, sort of. I'm gonna try to get this as fast as possible out of the way instead of it being like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna try to avoid talking too much. But there's gonna be spoilers. Watch at your own risk if you don't want to hear them. And I think that should be enough. So let's start by saying I bought the game at full price. I paid the 30 bucks for it. So I trust the devs enough that they would make a great game. I've heard a lot of good things about Hades. And it finally fully released instead of being in early access, so that's why I bought it. But if I knew how good the game was, I would have definitely bought it in early access. I feel like my words today here won't do enough justice when I say that that game is worth a lot more, in my opinion, than just $30. I think it's worth it way more. But I don't know even how to start. I'm just kind of recording this, so this is kind of a scuffed review. But I guess we can start with the art style, like the areas, the normal things that you see in the game pretty often, and then finish it off with the bosses, and I think that's gonna be good. The art style is amazing. It's still going for the same art style that Hades 1 had. It's following pretty much in the same style. Of course, some art style has changed, some gods are different. There's also some new gods, which I think is really nice that it adds more content to it. They removed some of the gods due to lore in the game that's happening, so they removed some gods from being like boons, which I think is nice. It puts a new change. And as far as I'm aware, they only removed like 2 gods, and they've put out like 5 new ones, or at least I think, which I think adds a lot to the game. I think it's such a nice addition to have more content to deal with, especially after playing Hades 1 for so long, being used to Dionysus, that's really good, or Athena, that's really good. And whatnot, what you would normally use in one, like Ares and etc., right? And I think it's such a great addition to have new content in the game. And talking about content, I think I want to just get into it immediately, because holy fuck does that game have so much to do. Bit of a spoiler warning here. I have beaten the last boss in the underworld many times now, so I'm officially grinding Olympus. And yes, in this game you can go both up and down, but I've been slowly grinding Olympus now because I have nothing to do down anymore, and it's insane what they've done. It's like you clear one thing, you're like super happy, you're trying to focus on doing one thing, and then they shove another thing into your face like it's nothing, and it's insane with the amount of depth and content that game has. It's like I was just casually like grinding my way going down, and then suddenly they introduced the heat mechanic, then they introduce Olympus, and then they introduce the scroll, and more characters to interact with, more ways to interact with the areas you're going in. You know, you're making incantations, you're making spells, whatever the hell, in that pod of yours. And then at suddenly a random point you're just playing fucking Stardew Valley, you're farming for crops and mining for materials, and there's so much to do in that game, and I feel like I haven't even touched the surface of it with the about 16 hours of that game that I have. And after this it's gonna probably spike up to around the 20s, I think. But that game has so much to do, and I feel like it's really underselling itself with the price, with what you have. It's like the Arcana cards, there's so many of them, there's so many different ways to activate them, you need to grind for them. Then there's weapon upgrading, you know, the aspects, the different arms and everything. The lore, the story. There's so much to do in that game, and I feel like it's so worth it to just say that. Even for that alone, I would say that it's so much. It's so worth to just buy it. Like, seriously, if you ever like considered it, or if you enjoy Hades 1, then seriously consider getting Hades 2. It's incredible how much that game has for you to do. I feel like I'm not even close to running out. Like, after I beat Hades 1 enough times for Persephone to move in, that's when I was like, well, I'm pretty much done here. Unless I go for 100%, I'm basically done with the game now. I've done everything I want. So, and I currently have like 42 hours in Hades 1, and I'm almost sitting at 20 hours in Hades 2, and I'm not even nowhere close to being done with it, as far as I'm aware of. And I can't wait to play more of that game. Like, I've been grinding it so excessively the past few days, like when I haven't recorded anything, or I haven't even thought about recording. I've seriously been focusing on myself a bit more. I've been taking time out of like thinking about recording, and I've just done what I like, and it's such a nice change to find a game that like really sinks me into it and allows me to have this much fun. And it's been a really long time since I've been able to do that. So I can definitely guarantee you that Hades 2 is worth it. But now, before I end off this video, I want to talk about the bosses a bit, because holy fuck is there many of them. There's the entirety of Underworld, and obviously, was it Hecate? I think it was. The first boss in the Underworld is obviously a bit of a pushover now. It's kind of annoying that they're in the way so often, especially because, well, I mean, it's the first boss, you run into them so often, and it gets a bit tiring. But oh my god, don't even get me started on the sirens. I love the siren fight. It's arguably my favorite fight in the entire game, I think, outside of maybe one more, which I don't think I'm gonna talk about because it's really heavy on spoilers, I think, for a lot of people. I'll mention it a little bit, but I'm not gonna get into that. But the siren fight in the Underworld is amazing. I love the rock music, and I love the way that if you like defeat one of the sirens, like you know, the singer, the drummer, etc. Like, if you defeat one of them, then that part of their music that they're playing stops completely. Like, it doesn't play in the song until you like beat the boss, or until they phase into second phase. And I think that's such a cool design choice. It adds so much love to that. And I think they have 2 songs that they can play, and both of them are really good. I really, really love them. I just don't know what to really say about them, other than that I absolutely love that fight. It's so good, it has so much to do in it, it's beautiful. The arena is also pretty cool. And obviously the featured artist, where it increases the difficulty of one of them, is such a nice addition. Also, it adds a bit more to the fight, you know. It's randomized. At one run you might get the drummer, and then the other run you might get the singer. It's so nice to just have like some RNG element to it, so it's not stale and boring constantly. I think it's a great touch. And then we have the doggo in the third area, which the third area continues to be annoying for a boss. It was in Hades 1 with was it Theseus and the Minotaur. It was very annoying. And then we have spoiler alert, we have Cerberus. A boss, and I think Cerberus is just as equally annoying almost. Definitely not more than Theseus. I always hate Theseus, fuck him. But at least I think it was Theseus, yeah, I don't remember. I haven't played Hades 1 in a bit now. I've been grinding so much Hades 2, but Cerberus is a bit annoying. I still don't understand his main attack, like when he slams his paw on the ground. I still don't understand how you dodge that properly. I feel like I'm getting hit by it every time. But I think it's a great fight nonetheless. The boss fight is really cool, the arena is big, it has a lot of moves that you gotta like get used to. I remember the first time I got into Cerberus, I got the second phase and then I just got one shot because I thought that one attack cleared the entire map that I was fighting him on, only to realize that I was meant to be close to him. And I think it's so cool that you can like learn so much during the fights. And then we get to Chronos. Tartarus, I love going through Tartarus. Especially when the game like gives you the chance of, oh, do you want to grind more items or do you want to go to the boss? And I think that's such a nice like choice. I think it's kind of similar to how in Hades 1, in the fourth area, you can like do all the rooms and then go to the boss. But instead of, you know, like having a limited amount of rooms, you can actually like kind of keep grinding until the game decides that you can't do it anymore. And that's really nice. It's such a nice thing to have. I like that they kept it. But Chronos is it's fun. It's genuinely fun. I love how he reacts when you pause the game during his boss fight. He like talks shit about you when you do it. And I think it's pretty funny. But I think that's about it for the underworld. Now I'm just slightly gonna go through the Olympus area. First boss, Polyphemus, it's a bit annoying. I don't understand how his hitboxes fully work. Like when he jumps in the air, you can get hit by his leg for whatever reason. I guess it's because he's a giant, so it makes sense, but a bit annoying to lose like buffs due to that. Then we have the ship area with two different bosses, and Eris. I guess I should also say this entire area is just spoilers, but I'm not gonna get into the last boss because I feel like that's something everyone should experience on their own without me talking much. But the third boss is a bit annoying, or the second boss, I mean. The second boss is a bit annoying. A lot of annoying, like, big area clears that you need to react fast to. And then the fourth boss, the second to last boss in that area, is... holy fuck, is it cool? But I have no idea what I'm doing in that fight. He has such a big health pool. I feel like I'm just fighting for my own survival more than fighting the boss. I'm just trying not to die there. He has such a big health pool that you need to deal with, and I feel like it kind of drives me insane in a way, because there's so much to do in that. He has a lot of different moves that you need to remember what he does with and react to, whatnot. And then the entire run to the last boss is crazy, dude. I remember when I got there yesterday for the first time, I thought I was done on the 4th boss. But fuck it, nope. Nope, no death defiances. I had to run through that entire area for the first time just to get to the last boss. And holy fuck, is the last boss cool. It's so awesome how they made that fight. And I hope that you guys experience it for yourself. I'm not gonna talk about it here because it's such a cool fight. Very difficult, very cool, I love it, but this is it for me. Buy the game, it's so worth it. And yeah, I think that's it for me. Goodbye everyone.